The Professional Women's Hockey League launched on January 1st, 2024, and features the best women in hockey from around the world. The PWHL is currently in its sophomore season and thriving. Based in North America, the league has 6 teams, including Boston, Minnesota, New York, Montreal, Ottawa, and Toronto, each playing 30 regular season games. The league recently announced its expansion to Vancouver and Seattle for the 2025-26 season. I sat down with Tessa Bonhomme and Tocheri, the co-host of the PWHL's official podcast, Jocks and Jills, as they offered insight into expansion, the postseason, and so much more about the budding league.
What are your thoughts on that, just about having Vancouver and Seattle in the league now and sort of this westward expansion that we're pulling for?
I think it's fantastic. I think it speaks volumes to, the success the league has had, not even through 2 seasons yet. Everyone, when they talk about the league, I often feel like they talk about it like it's been around for 10 years and it hasn't yet. And it's still managed to garner so much momentum and success in its first little bout. It's still in such infancy, but to be able to stretch west, I think is just reaching more female hockey players and more fans, sports fans in general, which will be great for broadcast rights and things like that, which also help propel a league forward into, I guess monetarily where it wants to be able to do all of these things that we have planned and imagined. And I think the fact that, Vancouver and Seattle are the first two markets to join are fantastic, because we got to go to Seattle for the takeover tour when it was there. And it was awesome. City aside, the city's beautiful. It's amazing. But in that venue, the people that showed up and showed out for the game, that got one heck of a game, it surprised me. I didn't realize. I had no idea. And it was a nice way to have your eyes opened. Vancouver obviously was so stoked and so excited. They always show up and show out for women's sports out in Van. So it's not surprising to me that these two markets are the first two to kind of kick the door open and help grow the league as well.
Yeah, it's so exciting. I was stunned by Seattle too. It was our first time there. I was saying to Tessa before, it feels a little bit full circle that Seattle and Vancouver are going to be the two first ones. So much great news about Jessica Campbell this year, and like she's created such a movement, not just in Seattle but around, like people around the world are still amazed to see her behind the bench coaching an NHL game. So to see her drop the puck at that PWHL game, to know that PWHL Seattle is going to share a venue with her, and then Vancouver, right, kind of where Canada's maybe. I don't know. I don't really remember 2002. I know 2002 is like the first one, but to me 2010 is the most iconic gold on home ice, and Tessa won that one obviously, and that's where the PWHL is going to first west in Canada, so it feels fitting.
The PWHL's 2025 Takeover Tour ran from January through March, showcasing 9 regular season games. Each game was held at a different neutral site throughout North America, with all 6 teams participating. Seattle and Vancouver played host for the first 2 stops on the tour.
So do you feel that the takeover tour was almost kind of like a precursor for the expansion? Because, of course, like we said, it opened with Seattle and then Vancouver was next on the stop. Detroit had sellout crowds too. So what do you feel that the takeover tour did for the league? How did it impact it? And was it kind of like a precursor, do you think, for expansion?
I think it's a great way for the league to, check the pulse on all of these different hockey markets and to um, also grow a fan base. And, a lot of things need to be in place and done properly in order for a city to earn themselves the right to have a PWHL team. Venues are a big part of it. And I think, every market that the league went to this year took it very seriously and understood where their shortcomings were and were eager to, find a new way to fix them or find a different avenue maybe a team could go if they did land in their city. I love it because it just continues to prove to everybody that, like, sure, there may only be 6 teams to start, now 8. But you can go across this country and these ladies are packing venues. I mean, in Denver, we had them, they were chanting, "We want a team." Like, and that was on them. No one else started that. Those were Denver hockey fans that started that. And they're very much a sports city. So yeah, I think it's just a way for the league to kind of check the pulse on where we're at in PWHL fandom and who is capable of truly hosting a true professional team. It's not just having one there and getting them to play here, there, and everywhere. They need to have a home, and the team needs to be treated as, a true professional team as well.